midnight tokers, afternoon hailers, and AM Hookah smokers. This is the AM Hookah Podcast. Technical difficulty. I'm not that hyped. I'm not that hyped. I'm pretty hyped, but I'm not that hyped. I have what I think is going to be a fun show, and we got a heist going on. So get together, type in heist, exclamation heist, 1 through 5, so that you're able to enter into the heist and possibly win some stuff over here on the YouTube, youtube.com/AM Hookah. We are live right now over on Facebook as well. Facebook, if you can hear me, say something. I guess no one's over there. So, yeah, make sure you share the video. I'd appreciate that as always. Drop the link on your favorite social media platform if you could. I'd really appreciate that a ton. Like the video, share the video. Here's my call to action, if you will, my question, if I might say. Share the video somewhere where you don't necessarily think that somebody smokes hookah. Let's try to get like some newer people watching the show, possibly. See if that's something that we can start making happen. I am hyped, Justin. I'm just not that hyped. I'm hyped. I'm always hyped. Hypey. Isn't that what the kids say? They're hypey or something like that? I don't know. I'm too old to know what the kids say, that's for sure. I don't know much about slots, but I feel like Coco Coles times 3 should be a win. Did you not get a win for that? I feel like that should have been a win too. Coco, and you lost your 5 bowls. Slots is dumb. I just need to stop doing the slots. I need to turn that off because it's never a good win. It's never a good win. I have my camera like too far over because I can't do this, and I don't like that. Let's see if I can, because this is about where my head, I feel like, we usually kind of tend to go to with my microphone when it's like right there, like this. That should be good. ASMR sound right there. Slots is bad. Slots is always bad in real life too. It's just we're trying to prepare you for real life here on the AM Hookah Podcast channel. All right, so today we have what I think is going to be a real fun time. This is technical difficulties on today's episode, and we are going to be smoking. Don't worry, we will definitely get to smoking eventually, I promise. But I thought it'd be fun to walk you through the process of making a review. My reviews, obviously, not anybody else's reviews. I'm not here. I'm not Adrian. I'm not Dr. Noob Sauce. I'm not Rob, Dude, Where's My Hookah? I'm not those guys. I don't know how they make their videos. I'm going to say that it's different than what I do, but we all use a video editor. We all use a picture editor. We all use an audio editor of some kind. So I'm going to walk you through my process. Like, this is just my process. So we're going to do some different things with the show today. Here's my main screen. This isn't normally how I have it set up, but I wanted to set it up so I could show off the 3 main things that I use when I edit stuff. The very first one, this is one of the more important parts of the whole thing. I use Vegas as my actual editor, my video editor. I use a program called Cool Edit Pro for my audio editor, and then I use a freeware program. Actually, this is a freeware program. You can go download this right now. It's what I use whenever I make all of the whenever I make any of the thumbnails, like the thumbnail that you saw at the beginning and the end of the show this week. In fact, I can open it up right now. Here, grab that. Like this image right here. I made this inside of this. You use layers and all that kind of stuff, obviously, and then you can build it and put it all together. So that is, Bilu, if you're going to do a heist with us, you got to type in exclamation heist and then the amount of bowls that you want to bet. Usually, 1 to 5, make your bet, anything off that. Yeah. So this is the editor, the picture editor program that I use. It's called paint.net. Paint.net is what it's called. Okay, so there you go. These are my 3 main tools, I would say, when it comes to actually creating not all the content that you see here on the podcast, but slots are trash, LOL. Slots is pretty trashy, or is trash, especially over here on the AM Hookah Podcast stuff. You got to type in exclamation heist, HEIST, and then 1 through 5. Looks like it just ended. Heist just ended, so that means we're going to have to wait for it to have a cooldown. It says, so there are so far too many who went to Hookah Island and will not make it back. Keep working at your packs and maybe stop using quick light coals. You nasty. That means everybody lost. Everybody lost this time for the heist. Everybody lost. Nobody survived the heist right now. Too bad for y'all. Here we go. It'll say in a minute that there's going to be a cooldown now for the heist. Heist is on cooldown for 865 more seconds. What is 900 seconds times, I don't know, let's see. Pull up a calculator real quick. 900 divided by 60 is 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes we can try it again. I think I might turn that down because today's gonna be a little bit more of a chill episode because I'm not playing a game. I'm not doing a strict technical difficulties like we kind of usually do. So it's a little different in that aspect too, obviously. What's with HPO? What's HPO? Explain that to me. I'm not sure. What is up with HPO? So today, one day only, heist. We're going to knock this down to, I don't know, 450 seconds? What's 450 seconds? Is that a good time? I think that's a good time. Heist 5. All right, so like I was saying, it's going to be a little bit different for this episode of the podcast. I think it's going to be fun, though. Hookah John not having a Zor. Hookah John doesn't carry a Zor for all sorts of reasons. I don't know. It's a story that I don't know if it should be told. I ain't going to worry about it. He just doesn't carry a Zor, which I wish he did because I love a Zor a lot. And I would love to use Hookah John as my one-stop shop for everything that I smoke, especially because if you go to hookahjohn.com, spend $45 or more, you can use AM Hookah and get 10% off. You know what I'm talking about? Typo, using a drawing tablet I never use. Oh, okay. A drawing tablet. Are you an artist, Bilu? Share some of your art. I'd like to see some art, man. Okay, so yeah, here you go. There's my interface. Got my video editor, audio editor, and my picture editor. So today, I'm going to be doing a review on technical difficulties, and we're going to try and get through as much of it as possible. Let me go grab. I forgot something that I was going to bring over here. Okay, here we go. So there's one more piece, right, to this puzzle that we have here. One more piece, and that's this right here. Can you up your volume? I sure can. Hopefully that is a little bit louder. Let me know if that helps. Maybe I'll just talk a lot louder. Would that help? The other part of every equation is the camera. You need to have a camera, obviously, to film it. I could just record right here. I could just be like, hey guys, this tobacco is good, tastes sweet, smoke clouds big, and smoke long time, 45 minute, a lot, long time. But I don't want to do that. My videos are a little different. I'm sure you guys have noticed. My videos are different comparatively to a lot of different people on the internet. There's been other people that have done creative type videos too. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like the first person to do this kind of style or anything for my hookah review videos. But I have a style that I like to do. It's comfortable for me. It takes a little bit more time because there's a little bit more editing. I'm not gonna say there's a lot more editing. Everybody does different stuff. Dr. Noob Sauce does a lot of glitz and glamour and stuff like that. It takes a lot of editing too. So we all have our own little different styles. Like, I highly recommend go and find a review a reviewer that you like to watch, and not only watch their newest review or the flavor of the review that you're interested in, go and check his back catalog and check out the different stuff that he also has in there, because you'll get a better understanding of. You are a little quiet today. Oh, now my wife's telling me I'm quiet too. So now I really got to pick up the volume. Pick up the volume. Isn't that a song from like the early 90s? Pick up the volume. Pick up the volume. Now everyone's gonna be like, God darn, Matt, quiet down now. So this is the camera that I use. It's just a Sony HD camera. It's 9 megapixels. It's full HD and stuff like that. It's 1080. It records in 1080. Usually, most of the videos that I upload are 720, because difference between 720 and 1080 is big enough that you can tell a difference, but not with like a camera like this. Like this is not like a real good. Like this camera that you're staring at right now is a 1080 camera, and I don't have the best lighting in this room right now because we're actually doing some renovation in my basement. I'm going to be moving to a different studio here soon, so things are a little different for me right now in where my life is at in terms of digital production. This is probably going to get changed. This is going to be the next new thing that we buy in advancement. I've had this camera for a long time now, and it's just time to get a new camera. Honestly, it is. I don't know if I'll ever record in 4K though, because it's a lot, man. I did not just drop what you thought I dropped. It was something different. See, I gotta be quiet, because then my microphone is too powerful. I gotta get that perfect volume figured out, because sometimes it's too loud, man. It's just too loud. It picks up too much stuff. Picks up too much. Raise the roof. All right, so let's go through some stuff that I like to do for building a review. How are you guys doing? Let me ask you guys. How are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? Are you up to anything exciting? Anything fun? I just realized that Facebook, you drew a butt. I did not draw a butt. I didn't mean to draw a butt. It wasn't on purpose. I just realized that Facebook stream is still going on. So I'm going to go ahead and end Facebook stream. If you are watching this on Facebook, head on over to youtube.com/AM Hookah to finish the video. Or don't. You do you. Happy you are you. Goodbye, Facebook. All right, so that puts an end to Facebook. We do have something that's happening over on Facebook, though. In case you guys didn't know or you didn't see, I did a post over there that said, hey, hold on, let me make sure I got all this stuff figured out. Boom, boom. Okay, so I did a post over here on the AM Hookah Podcast channel, and it says, find a picture of Adrian Hunter and tag him and post it. Come to the show tonight to claim your bowls, and I'll give you 10 bowls, basically. So it was a real simple, fun way to give out some free bowls to people that are hanging out and stuff like that. So I got to make sure that you're here to be able to take that, though. I would like to know how many reviewers use 4K currently or plan to soon. That would be a good question to maybe post into the AM Hookah Facebook group or to Hookah University, possibly. Ask some other people like their care about 4K content. Because not only can, like, if you make 4K content, that's great, but somebody has to be able to watch 4K content in 4K, right? Like, the only TV I have in my entire house that's 4K compatible is the one in my bedroom. That's it. My 2 monitors right here are not actual 4K monitors. These are 1080 monitors. So, like, I wouldn't even be able to take advantage of a 4K camera. So, there's a lot of upgrades that need to happen for 4K to, like, become a thing. So it can be tough, I think. I would like to know how many of you guys enjoy watching 4K content, and if that is your preferred way to watch YouTube or video or whatever the case may be. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that. Are you a 4K squad? Are you a 4K gang? Get it? 4K squad. All right. Let's see here. I use my phone. Low budget for the win. Nothing wrong with using a phone. Nothing wrong with using a phone at all. I used a phone for a long time. In fact, I will shoot stuff with my phone today as I'm making this video for the review part of it. So that's the other thing about this video. You're going to watch me make the review, and then on next Wednesday, you'll actually be able to see the review video that we made today. because I don't think we'll have enough time to get all the video footage shot today. We'll see what happens. But we'll use this for some B-roll. We'll take some regular B-roll with our camera, and then we'll start kind of getting into position to get everything done. So let's go ahead and write a script, which is a good way to always start your videos, is with a script. You don't have to. I do sometimes, and other times I don't. Some people swear by them. Other people very much off the cuff. I think you got to find your own style that really works for you and what is going to be the best, to let your abilities shine, basically. So, I got completely distracted. I'm going to do a roll call. I saw Bridget. Bridget is here, so that means Bridget is going to get 10 bowls added to her account because she posted a picture of Adrian. Though technically, Bridget, you didn't tag Adrian. Like, I'm kind of giving you a pass, and maybe I shouldn't be giving you a pass, but I am. But yeah, you got 26 bowls now instead of 16. Congratulations. Next person, Diamond Roberts. I don't see Diamond in the chat. Diamond, if you're here, please say something. Next person is Austin, Captain Whitbeard. I saw Captain Whitbeard, so I'll give you some more bowls. I'll give you 10 more. We got to figure out what you're going to do with those bowls, though, Austin. A-U-S-T. What the heck? It's frozen. Turns out nobody's getting bowls because it froze up on me. Let's go to loyalty. Oh, my entire loyalty system is completely vanished. It's disappeared. I really hope it's not gone forever. Maybe it is gone forever. We'll find out. Chatbot looks like it got turned off. That is weird. Hold on a second as I go through my technical difficulties and figure out what's wrong with Chatbot. Chatbot, I was speaking so highly of you recently. You can't just turn yourself off, Chatbot. There we go. Chatbot seems to be gone. Austin, let's look for you. Captain Whitbeard. Captain. Got to put in Captain. All right, give you 10 more bowls. You got 79 now. Congratulations. Congrats. And then let's see who else. Austin. Stefan. Stefan, are you here? I do not see Stefan in here. And I don't see Travis Green. Jeez, it makes me worried because Travis Green is here all the time. I hope he's okay. Travis, if you're here, talk to me, Travis. Talk to me, Travis. Are you alive? Are you doing okay? Justin, if you go to the AM Facebook group, go to that post, find a picture of Adrian, tag him and post it. I'll give you 10 bowls right now. I will give you 10 bowls right now. You got to do all that. So I don't know if it's worth it for you, but if it is, you can do that. All right. Let's look at these. Let's look at these fantastic. Hold on. Let's get this set up so I can do it correctly. Let's just look at these fantastic pictures, though, of Adrian. Here's one Bridget posted. This was at the frat house. There's Adrian right there in the background. You can see him hanging out. There he is. There's a lot of awesome people. Everybody's great in this picture. Everybody. There's Travis right there. Told you. He's usually everywhere, that guy. Always. Here's a picture from the Drunk Cast. There's a picture of Adrian right there from the Drunk Cast. Here's the picture that Austin chose of Adrian. That's the one that Austin chose. Stefan picked one of him just looking fly. Just look at that. Just absolute fly. And then we got Austin just looking fly again. Look at that. Man. Or not Austin, Adrian. Adrian, you should rock this haircut again, man. You should rock that haircut again. Looks nice. Looks nice. He's going to come and show up and like watch the podcast later. He's going to be like, what the fuck did Matt do? Like, what is Matt doing right now? Oh, oops. I don't know why I'm opening up my stuff while I have the internet open. Jeez. I'm not smart. I don't know how to use the internet. I don't know how these things work. Oh, man. I don't think anybody saw anything. Don't think so. Okay. So, what are we reviewing? Oh, it looks like Justin. What's this? Justin's adding photos. Justin's adding photos. White teeth. Beast, Adrian Hunter. I can't wait for him to realize how many pictures have just been randomly posted of him. You stole my picture. You stole my picture, Justin. You must really want these bowls to have stolen my picture even to make it work. So I guess I'll give it to you. All right, there you go. You got yourself 10 more bowls. Good job. You are a success. Let's see if we're ready to do a heist yet. I don't know if we are or not. All right, so hey, Brickheads, AM Hookah is trying to get a crew together for a hookah hunt. Type in !heist and the amount to join. 1 to 5. Bet 1 to 5. Is it 5 or is it 10? I don't know what it is. I forget what I made it. I should probably double check that and stop telling you guys the wrong one. It's 5. Yeah, 1 to 5. 1 or 5. Not anything in between it at all. 1 or 5. Okay, Matt, fine. I give in. If you guys didn't realize, Stefan got himself some prestige coals. He's going to be loving those jumbo flats. They're fantastic. That's what we're going to be using today, is that. All right, so let's get rid of this. I don't really need this open anymore. I'm done checking Facebook, so anybody else that wanted to post something with Adrian's picture and get some bowls, sadly, you have lost your opportunity. You no longer have the opportunity to do that. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. Such is life, as they say on the big screen. We are going to get into the scripting of it, and then we're going to get into the recording of it, and then we're going to get into it's time to get serious. Real serious. Real serious. You may be wondering, Matt, what are you going to be reviewing today? Well, I'm going to be reviewing some Dark Side. In fact, I'm going to review this one right here. Dark Side Astro T. And the reason why I still have this empty box is because I'm going to do something in the review for the video. So that's why I still have this box around. I found out a cool little thing that I wanted to share with everybody. So that's why I'm doing that. So let's go ahead and work on the scripting right here. Here's the script, right? So my scripts are pretty basic and pretty simple. What are we smoking, Matt? We're going to be smoking just a little while. So the point of today's technical difficulties video, if anybody cares, if nobody cares, like nobody got to watch this one, obviously, not a big deal. I'm just going to be walking you through my process of making a review. Hopefully we have enough time to finish the whole thing. I think this might be a little bit of a long video. We'll see what happens, basically. And then on Wednesday, you will see the finished video. You'll see a lot of the video as we edit it today, but you're also going to see a lot of the video on Wednesday, next Wednesday, when we actually post the video. So this is going to be for Dark Side Astro T. That is the review we're going to be doing today, is Dark Side Astro T. Last Wednesday, I posted, just a couple days ago, I posted a how I like to pack Dark Side video. And I've also done like some other stuff about Dark Side before. So I'm going to kind of keep the ball running with Dark Side stuff, basically. What you have to smoke for me, I'm stuck at work. Man, I wish I could just pass the hose right through the internet to you. Just pass it to you. Here you go. Here you go, man. Just smoke on internet passing. I'm intrigued, sadly. Just got 30 minutes till I got to jump off. We'll get through a good chunk of it in 30 minutes. You might just not. You'll be able to enjoy watching the video next Wednesday of what the work that we did beforehand, basically. So we have a couple of things we want to make sure that we hit with this. We want to make sure that we talk about it's a Russian tobacco, and I don't worry too much about my spelling because I'm doing this quickly. I know what I'm writing. It's like chicken scratch on your notepad, basically, that you type. Just because I'm just trying to get through as many ideas. It's kind of like a little bit of brainstorming, a little bit of spitballing, all those kind of little like pieces throughout it, basically, is what I do, right? This is Russian tobacco. I'm going to put dark leaf, even though all dark leaf is blonde leaf. It just doesn't matter. There's a good buzz to it. Takes heat well. Easy to pack. Mixing flavors is great. Okay, these are all just like key points that I'm just trying to grab. Bullet points, more or less, right? Because when we actually go into the recording of it, I do a pretty simple flow that I do for everything, right? The first thing I do is I take a shot with the, what's it called? You know, the tobacco. I'll just put tobacco in frame so I can introduce the product. That's the very first shot, right? You usually see me do like a sweeping shot or a zooming shot or a head down shot. I do something to kind of be like, ooh, boom. What's up, everybody? My name is Matt, right? I do the recording of it, which we'll do here as well. And I say, hey, this is Matt. This is Dark Side Tobacco Astro Tea, right? That's kind of the big thing. So that's the first shot that we're going to do. Upon that, then we're going to take a deep dive to the cut and then the smell. So we're going to do a shot where we go down, we look at the actual tobacco itself, and we're going to kind of show off what the cut looks like. We're going to talk about the smell of it as well, and then we're going to talk about the flavor profile that it claims. The claim of the flavor profile. The reason why I say the claim of the flavor profile is because just because somebody says, hey, this is a strawberry, it doesn't always mean it tastes like a strawberry. So in this case, it's called Astro Tea. So what does Dark Side claim that it tastes like, or what is like the consensus of what it tastes like, right? You know, for instance, Dark Side Cola, or not Dark Side Cola. Yeah, Dark Side Cola is a good example too. It's cola flavor, but what kind of cola is it, right? Dark Side says that this is cola. That is what it is claiming to be. Now, what are my preferences, or what am I picking up on as I'm smoking it? Once again, this is all just the way that I do this. There's hundreds of different ways to do it, and I'm not by any means trying to claim that I'm the only proper way that you make reviews on YouTube for hookah stuff. Not saying that at all. This is just the way that I do it. Somebody will have a better way to do it. Somebody will definitely tell me that they have a better way to do it. Somebody has. I guarantee it. Anyways, so the claim of the flavor profile. Then I like to do a packing shot. This is not like a packing how-to or tutorial. This is purely just me packing the tobacco to get people prepared. We're going to do a shot of the coals being lit, because we have a coal sponsor here at the AM Hookah Podcast, and I'd like to show that off every once in a while during the produced videos that we do. So the coals being lit. After the coals are being lit, you know, we don't need to worry about doing a foil pattern or anything like that. That's when we'll show off good mixes with this. And you guys, if you guys watched my video for Zomo Acai Cream, for instance, you know, you saw me like do this thing with all the different tobaccos that I like to mix with the tobacco that I was smoking and stuff like that. So we'll figure out something fun to do to show off different mixes that you can do with the tobacco. You know, red tea is going to be one of them. Supernova is going to be one of them. Bargar Monster is going to be one of them. You know, there's a couple other ones that we'll throw in there as well. We'll do that once we get to that point, though. But this is, you know, in the video, this is where I want to. Then we're going to show off the clouds. Then talk about the flavor that I get while smoking. And then we'll do the ending shot. Ending shot is all I'm going to call it. I don't know what else to call it, basically. It's just an ending shot. So here's our script. I don't know how well you can even read that. I bet you it's not super great. But this is kind of our basic script. You know, there's nothing too crazy to it. It's just kind of the shot that or the script that I'm going to loosely follow to keep me in the right direction. That way I don't accidentally start venturing off to stuff that I shouldn't be bothering with, taking up my time, especially. And so I can, you know, be as productive as I can with the time that I have. You know, a lot of times when I do reviews, my wife is really, really nice and really cool about me, my hobby and what it is that I like to do. She'll give me time, you know, 2-3 hours. She'll be like, I'm going to leave. You get done whatever you want to do, which gives me some good time to do it. But if you don't get the stuff done you need to get done in those 2 to 3 hours, then you can fall behind really quickly. You know, if you're not staying focused. And then at night, sometimes I'll try to do a review as well, but I only get like an hour to an hour and a half at nighttime. So it's hard to try and fit all this stuff into doing a review and try to relax and enjoy it too. Okay. Wait. All dark leaf is blonde leaf. Please explain more. Let me see. Let's see. So first, the hookologist says your price is very interesting compared to how I like to structure my videos when I used to edit, although everyone has a little bit of a different process. Process is what he actually meant to say. Yeah, I would say my process is pretty different. I think a lot of us take different processes and stuff like that, and mine is pretty different as well. All dark leaf is blonde leaf. Please explain. So all tobacco is just tobacco at the end of the day, right? There isn't like, you don't go to like the magical like dark leaf seeds or the blonde leaf seeds and stuff like that. It's all just blonde leaf. It's all just tobacco. That's what it really is tobacco at the end of the day. Dark leaf comes from the fact that they dye it with some sort of darking agent like molasses. For like instance, Trifecta uses molasses in their tobacco when it comes to their dark leaf tobacco. If you look at the back of Azor, their dark leaf tobacco is also used with molasses as well. If you look at the blonde leaves, majority of blonde leaves use honey as their binding agent. But the actual leaf itself, which not all of them disclose. For instance, this one right here it just says tobacco. I thought this said Virginia tobacco. Does it not say Virginia tobacco? Interesting. These are two different labels on it. Ingredients on the Concord grape, which is the same for this as well. It says Virginia tobacco. So Virginia tobacco, if you know what Virginia, majority of Virginia tobacco is it's all blonde. It's all just regular blonde leaf tobacco. The way that it's cured is what will give it the characteristics of being bright or dark or heavy, all those kinds of different things. So the majority of dark leaf tobacco, when they say that, it's usually fire cured, or it is some sort of curing process that makes it a darker leaf. But the leaf itself starts out as a blonde leaf tobacco. Most tobacco is made out of Virginia tobacco. That's the question that I think it'd be interesting to start asking more about, is what tobacco leaf your company is actually using to process this. A lot of it is going to be Virginia tobacco. A lot of it is. Not all of it, but a lot of it is. That would be interesting to find out. More information when it comes to the darkening agent that they use. What the curing process would be really interesting to find out. All right, so now before we get off on tangent, we can talk about this more in the future. I promise we can. I don't know if you guys can hear with my microphone. I can hear it in my headphones, and that's what I'm worried about you guys hearing too a lot, is all the chatter and stuff from like my family upstairs. I think they're in the middle of eating dinner, so they're like right over here where the stairs are, and then the stairs, obviously the sound will filter down. So I'm worried you guys are going to hear all their talking and stuff. That's why I try not to have too loud of a volume right now, is because I don't want it to get too hectic with like, are there voices? Can I hear all sorts of voices? I feel like I can hear voices, because I can hear voices in my headphones. So you might be able to hear those voices too. All right, so now that we have our basic script written down over here, we need to start getting some shots, and we need to start getting stuff figured out for how we're going to... I probably have too many things going on right now. I need to have less things going on. All right. So I'm going to do a shot of the dark side container with the actual container that I put it into. I'm going to take off the lid. And then obviously you want to frame your shots so they look nice, obviously. And I know I say obviously a lot. Someone's going to make fun of it. I can't hear is what Justin just said, or Akeem just said. Justin said you're good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shot at an angle with my desk table, and then on my desk table I actually have my pack mat. This is AM Hookah on it. So I'm going to structure it so that you can see the AM Hookah over in the corner, then you can see the Dark Side Tobacco actual box container, and then you can see the tobacco inside of the container that I already emptied it into. I'm going to go ahead and mix it around so it doesn't look like I just emptied it, because I kind of just emptied it. And then I'm also going to go grab the, not the charcoal, but I'm going to go grab the bowl that I'm going to use for this as well. So we got the tobacco on one side, we got the box on the other side, we got the pack mat, this is AM Hookah. I'm going to go grab the bowl that I'm going to use too, because I think that will look nice in the shot as well. very cool bowl that I have that I'll be using as well. So I'm going to set that up right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shot like this, because everything's set up, like I said, on my table. I'm going to move my chair out of the way, so hopefully you don't see that too much in the final shot. Take the camera. We have a tripod. Obviously, get a tripod. It helps out a lot. Even if you're using... So here's the thing is, even if you're using a phone, like Justin said that he was, get a tripod that you can set up with your phone. It helps a lot. It really does. I'm probably too quiet because I stepped away from my stuff. So the curing is what gives dark leaf the fuzzier or buzzier. I would like to have a further conversation with people when it comes to buzzes, because I've had buzzes from... So a lot of times what is actually giving you the buzz so the nicotine is what actually is giving you the buzz. And depending on if your tobacco is washed or not washed, it's going to give you a more or less buzz. Back in the day when we used to refer to Tangiers, we didn't used to call it a dark leaf tobacco because that was not normal nomenclature in our lingo for what we would refer to it as. So what we would say is it's unwashed tobacco. Nakla is also unwashed tobacco, or at least some of it used to be unwashed, and that would also give people buzzes back in the day. People get buzzed off Alfacher. People get buzzed off of Trifecta. You can get buzzed off anything that you smoke hard enough. I wonder how much of it is a mental thing that's also happening to us when it comes to getting buzzes and stuff. But Tangiers is unwashed tobacco. That's one reason why it gives you a buzz. It does have higher nicotine content for other reasons. There's other reasons that it can also get a higher nicotine content as well. There's a lot of interesting things that could be discussed and talked about. A friend of mine actually washed some Tangiers tobacco in water and noticed that it looked like there was two different kinds of tobacco inside of his Tangiers. I can't confirm that. I didn't do that or anything, but I thought it was interesting. That's what he said he found. I don't know. Back on to what this video is actually about. So, I'm taking the camera, doing an angle shot, pull up our viewfinder so we can make sure that we're seeing everything good. And what we're going to do with this shot, what we're going to do is we're going to start the camera in this angle over here, okay? And then it's going to come and swoop. And as it swoops, it's going to get all the stuff in the middle like it needs to. Just like that. Getting a phone call. I don't know that number though, so I'm not going to bother answering it. So when I get the shot that I'm actually looking for, it's going to have everything in frame that I need it to. But I'm gonna place up here in the corner of the piece that we're gonna have, and it's gonna say AM Hookah Review, Dark Side Astro T inside the video, and the movement of the camera is gonna allow me to have my dialogue in it, where I say, "What's up, everybody? This is Matt from the AM Hookah Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me for my review of Dark Side Tobacco Astro T." Trying to make sure I got enough light in my camera, because I'm in a darker area and stuff, so trying to make sure I got enough light over here. So we're gonna start the shot over here. And the amount of sound doesn't even matter as I'm recording, so I'm going to take all the sound out in post. So that doesn't matter at all. And I'm going to do that one time, and I'm going to put it back over here in the corner. I'm going to move my camera this time. I noticed some things in the shot that I would rather not be in the shot. So I'm going to take some stuff, move it around. And then I'm going to move it and go nice and slow again. Frame up my shot, let it sit there for 5-6 seconds. And then if I need to, there's a couple of tricks that I can do too. Like if I've done it before where I thought I gave myself enough time to do my whole intro and I didn't give myself enough time to do my whole intro, so I had to actually slow down the video footage so that I had enough time to talk over it the entire time. So there's some different tricks that you can do. you can take a frame, for instance, of the shot that you're ending on and use that to just make it longer. If you don't get quite enough video footage, there's like some little tips and tricks you can do. So that's the first one I do, is I grab that. Now I'm going back over to my my script, right? Take shot of tobacco in frame so I can introduce the product, then do a deep dive into the cut and into the smell. So I'm going to leave my camera. I'm going to come and sit down in my general area. Checking my phone so I make sure I don't miss something by accident. Especially because I get bad service downstairs in my office right now. So we got the camera facing down. I'm gonna take a look at my viewfinder, make sure that everything that I need is in frame. Move the tobacco out of the way. So now I can see in the frame where my camera's pointing. I can see the tobacco just fine. And this is interesting because as you're watching this, and then when we start to go to the actual editing phase, I don't know, I think this is kind of a fun video. You guys tell me what you think about it. If it's something that you're interested in seeing in the future, if it's something that interests you at all, let me know. I'm all for doing different types of videos instead of just doing the same old that we've been doing for the last, really 2 seasons, season 3 and season 4. Or season 2 and season 3, we did a lot of these sorts of videos, obviously. So let me know what you guys want to see. We'll look at doing some interesting videos and stuff. Anyways, here we go. So mix it. It looks nice. Got the fork in there. Got the tobacco in shot. I'm gonna put it back down because what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pick it up and move it towards it to give it some motion and give it some life in the actual when you watch the video. So it doesn't just look like it's just cut to this, cut to that, cut to this, like it's a slideshow presentation or something. It needs to feel like it's like the video is alive, basically. So I move my hands out of the way. Swoop in, bring it up to where I can see it inside of the frame. And then I just lift it up because during this time of the video, I'm going to be saying things like the chop of the tobacco is a rough, medium cut that I could see some people wanting to go through and chop it up themselves, but I don't think that that's a necessity. This is kind of what I'm going to be saying during the video and stuff. So I don't need a ton of footage right now for this, but enough footage because I want to make sure that everyone can see all of the shots of the tobacco, right? That's the important thing, is everybody can see exactly what I'm trying to explain. And then I can do this from like different shots, right? I can bring it down here and do it for a little while. I can take it and do like a super close-up shot like this. Because all this stuff is just B footage and I can edit it and I can go through it and then I can like make some different shots happen, right? Like the more footage you have, the better you have of getting the shot that you actually want to get. It's always good to have more footage than you actually need. So I put that back down. Stop recording, okay? So now we've done 2 shots directly in this area. So what I'm gonna wanna do now is I'm gonna take my camera, and I know you can't see it all the way. I'm gonna go ahead and raise it up at eye level towards me. And it is important that you don't want like a bunch of like clutter and stuff like that. You don't want it to look unprofessional. That's the big thing. And I know I have a pretty good amount of clutter in my videos. I try to keep it as clean as possible. But we are going to bring it off like this. And I'm going to do something right now that I only recently learned about dark side tobacco, and that's the real reason why I'm doing it, is because I think it's really cool and I think more people need to know about it. So I'm not going to talk directly to the camera, because all my talking I do with VO on the actual videos that you watch, I dub the video after the fact, and I'm going to do that later in the audio program. Sorry, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Jeez. Stop hiccuping. So I'm not gonna talk directly to the camera. I'm gonna do that in VO afterwards, but I'm gonna show what it is that I'm interested in showing off, which is the fact I'll tell you after I'm done recording, okay? Because that's what I'm gonna do right now. Is I'm gonna take off this little Astro T right here. It's a sticker, and you can take it off and you can put it on your lid, which is something I didn't realize. And I was writing with Sharpie on all my containers of Dark Side the Flavors when all I had to do was take off the sticker and I'd have been fine. I didn't even. You can do that with the little medium sticker right there too. I just didn't realize that. So I'm gonna hit record. I do like a mental countdown, like a 3, 2, 1 in my head basically, and then I go into the actual video part of itself. So I'm gonna wait, give it 3 seconds. It's gonna go quiet for just a minute basically. So yeah, that's what I did. And then I will literally talk over all that footage that I just took later on, showing off that you can take off this sticker. You can take off the sticker and put it onto your container, and you don't have to write with a Sharpie on it, which I think is really cool. I like that functionality of this a lot. I think that's a really cool idea. So now that we did that, now we're going to smell the tobacco. It's weird to go through the bits and pieces of what it is that you do in a review video, or at least for me, because saying it out loud is just like, well, now we're gonna smell it. Now we're gonna smell the tobacco. It just seems odd and funny in a lot of ways, obviously, but it is what it is, right? Because I'm gonna use this footage to talk over it and express what it is that I smell, right? So I hit record. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. And then there's a couple different ways to do this. If you've seen my videos, I try to make all of them feel different enough that they don't all feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again, obviously. So like, take the tobacco, do a mental countdown, right? 3, 2, 1. A lot of facial expressions. That's an important thing too, is you want to make sure you have a lot of facial expressions into it. So like, as I'm doing it, I'm doing like this kind of thing, like, you gotta say a lot with your face because you're not talking. You just have the voiceover. So you want to make sure you say a lot with what you're actually doing with your face. So normally I would have started heating up my coals a lot earlier, but I haven't been able to because I don't want them to cook all the way before I'm ready to start smoking and doing that part of the review and stuff. So next thing we're gonna do, we have a shot, going back to our script, stay focused. Obviously, you got a shot of the tobacco introducing it. Take a deep dive into the cut. Then we did the smell. Then we did the packaging shot with the sticker, obviously, which is good. And now we're gonna do a coals being lit, which I'm gonna kind of leave you for a little while so that I can go get these coals lit up. I might be able to. Let's see if I can set up a shot over here and make it kind of look nice. Alright, so I'm going to go get a shot of me heating up the coals. I'll be right back. All right, so I got a shot of the coals being lit, and me putting them on the burner. We'll get a shot again later on after they've actually got fully, the cherries going and everything. We'll get another shot of that, taking it off. So let's go ahead and do a shot of the bowl loading, the packaging shot. And then, so this is another one where we're gonna aim our camera down, make sure we get the pack mat in there. The real star of the show is the pack mat, let's be honest. So using the camera, paying attention to it. Make sure we get that in frame. Clean up the area a little bit. Make sure that everything is clean as it needs to be. Got our fork. Got our bowl that we're going to use. Got, an Egyptian or a Turkish style bowl. We'll do a little mix up with the tobacco, and then we'll go ahead and load the bowl. I already did a how-to, how I like to load tobacco, obviously. So I'm going to refer to that in the video as well. Like, hey, go check out the other video that I did about how I like to load tobacco, dark side tobacco. Here's a quick overview of it, because this is a different bowl than I used in that video. So I'm going to show off the bowl, right? So I'm going to pick up, move my hands out of the way, get ready for it, get ready for the shot, then go. I pick it up, I show off the bowl that I'm going to use. I'm going to say in the video that it's a, this is a Russian bowl, and it's more of a Turkish or an Egyptian style. And the way that I like to load dark side tobacco into these is a real fluffy style, which is also kind of what they recommend doing and stuff. So I'm just going to do the scoop and drop, also known as the gravity pack, #gravity. And I just go like right up to the rim, basically. And then like sometimes I'll add a little bit of speed to this part, because what I'm doing is I'm adjusting it, all the tobacco inside the bowl. Not always needed to be seen by everybody. I'm gonna grab a poker. I'm gonna kind of spruce it up as well. And I'm gonna go right through the middle of it to open up the middle pocket to make sure that I have a good airflow channel. And then there you go. I'll show off the bowl, how I have it packed. Show you guys too how I have it packed. Just basically right to the rim of the bowl. That's it. Stop recording. I usually don't record myself doing the tinfoil and poking the holes and stuff. Haven't done that for a long time. I don't know. Just never kept doing it. I didn't think that was one of the more important parts of the equation. Okay, got some tinfoil. I got a poker already. We're also going to do a shot of the hookah. We'll do a hookah shot today. So if you go to my channel, the Matt Dezen channel on YouTube, some of the reviews that took me much longer to film than this kind of a basic tobacco review was the review I did for the Relics Ring Bowl. That one was a much more beefier video, and if you watch it, you can tell that in a lot of ways. There are some other earlier hookah videos that I shot that took me a lot longer to film too. I did it in like multiple locations and stuff like that. If you watch my Hazy Bowls review, that one took me a lot longer. I was outside filming that one. It just depends on kind of the product that you're reviewing, is how long you're going to take with it for different reasons. Tobacco, I think, is a little bit more cut and dry, which, pun intended, cut. It's a little more cut and dry because you're just talking about a flavor. I just do enough holes that it's all going to be poked. Make sure that it's clear in there as well. I'm just chilling, when I'm getting my reviews and figuring all this stuff out and kind of getting ready for whatever it is I'm about to tackle. Like, I usually have some like music on. I have some other projects open in my window sometimes. Just kind of depends on what's kind of going on for the most part. Cole's still have a little while to go, so we're going to go ahead and get the hookah. We're going to bring the hookah over here, and we're going to take a shot of that. Today's hookah is going to be the Like Smoke hookah. I'm going to go handheld with this shot so that I can kind of maneuver. So I'm going to go handheld with this shot, and the reason why is because I want to be able to maneuver around it so I can get my backdrop, which is the wood panels and stuff. Otherwise, I'm going to get like wires and computer screens and stuff like that. So I'm going to try and get a little bit of a different shot of this. All right, I just went and filmed my hookah shot, and then from the hookah shot, I also got some more coal shot as well. Man, we're just about ready to start smoking. This has, been one of the longest times that I did not start a bowl. And I'm actually trying to make it last a little bit longer. Trying to make it last a little, or trying to go by fast enough, right? Like, not trying to take up the entire evening because it could take me a lot longer. But hold on, sorry. Not trying to waste all your time, obviously, and not trying to take too long, but I'm trying to get enough done throughout the whole thing. Trying to stay focused, obviously, too. So, airflow is good. It's always good to check that. Otherwise, then you're like, oh shoot, I got to take this off and redo all this other stuff. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to waste your time doing all that stuff. So now I'm going to try and figure out a good framing shot for this, which I think I'm just going to get directly on where the hookah's at and get my face right here as I'm smoking it.